for this other than this better
Right.
than last one for like.
And really what it boiled down to was the people around me.
I feel like the music scene here could be way better.
Okay, so we got the hair, that's Chucky. We got the jacket, that's Candyman.
Wow, okay, I see it now.
We got,
you know what I'm saying? R.P. Big C.
Rest in peace.
He had passed away, but you know what I'm saying, at the time, like he was.
All right, man, y'all know what the fuck going on, man. It's your boy Nightfall, man. We live with another Step Up to the Mic podcast, man. Y'all know me, the host with the Moses Do a lot of Minnesota, who trying to show y'all something different, man. And I'm here with a real special guest today, man. She can introduce herself. Go ahead.
My name is Angel Baby, better known as the Pink Producer AB, and I'm here tapping in with Nightfall.
Facts, man. Y'all know what it is. Y'all better tap the fuck in. But like I said, we finna dive right into it, man. Can you tell the world who you are and how you got your name and everything like that?
My name is Angel. I go by Angel Baby. I'm rebranding right now, so the Pink Producer AB is what I'm kind of pushing a little bit more because I feel like I'm growing out of my Angel Baby phase just a little bit, but I feel like it's still important for entertainment in the industry that I'm in, so I'm still trying to, keep that in, but just balance it out.
Facts. No, I like that. I've been seeing you doing a lot of work in the city and popping out, doing a lot of different video shoots with people, just becoming a video vixen.
Yeah.
How did you get started with doing that, and what made you pursue that type of route?
Well, video vixen, I guess, when I love to dance, cheerleading when I was younger, hip-hop dance teams, and I feel like I used to dance because it was like an outlet for me. It was something that I did that made me feel good.
Right.
I didn't do it for nobody else. I did it for me. So as I got older, certain things wasn't an option for me.
Right.
Growing up in foster care, not just in foster care, but just being in the system at some point, in and out, did impact my life. But I think for the best because, just having that experience and being able to know what it's like, on that side and being able to really figure out who I want to be in life,
right.
Was a big thing for me. So I'm glad, of everything that I've been through.
Right. So let's talk about you being incarcerated and getting out. How did that change your perspective on where you at right now with your career?
I'm very more understanding for sure. Really just, trying to be comfortable in my own skin and knowing that I don't have to, be like the next person or, just being able to be me, and whether the next person like it or not, I know somebody is gonna either like it, they're gonna relate to it. Like you don't gotta like me, just you can
just
relate
respect
to me.
Understand what I went through.
Respect me, and that goes a long way. So liking me is by far the less thing, but respecting me, like you said, and just having an understanding can make you want to get to know somebody more, and then eventually you like them.
Right.
So like me for the right reasons. Don't like me because how I look,
right? Or what so and so said. We don't do that shit. Come find out. Come get that energy over here. You know what I'm saying? Like straight along, real shit. So let's talk about you been in videos and stuff like that. Is there how many artists have you worked with in Minnesota that you've been in videos with?
So when I first started, I was my first videos with I'm gonna call him Lil Chief on the track. That was his name.
Lil Chief on the track.
Lil Chief on the track.
Who is that specifically?
Live on Lake Street.
Oh, Live on Lake Street. Shout out Live on Lake Street.
Yeah, so Chief, we did business when I first started.
Okay.
And he helped me get my feet wet, as far as stepping into the industry.
Right.
And then I worked with Dub J. I was in his video too, called Water Whipping. And then I was in 50 Tyson.
50 Tyson. Shout out 50 Tyson. I fuck with 50.
So 50, he hit me one day. This is when I was fresh into the entertainment industry.
Right.
And like I said, I'm a very understanding person. So with me being a very understanding person, it's not about what you do, it's how you do it.
Correct.
And, I'm trying to, maneuver my way into the industry. So one day he hit me up and on Facebook Messenger, and, he wasn't like, hey, what you doing? He was like, hey, Angel, he was like, I want to do a song with you. And so I'm on the phone like, you want to do a song with me? So before I can even say anything else, he like, all right, came with the hook.
He'll do that though. He'll do that.
You already came with the hook, so it's like it's not what you do, it's how you do it.
Right, right.
When you're ready, and sometimes if you know what I'm saying, it was just how he came at me. He was ready, and I was like, "Let me hear it." And then he was like, "Miss Pretty Brown Angel, I like the way you move, Miss Pretty Brown Angel."
Okay,
so I was like,
okay. Got you blushing a little bit, like, hold on.
Like, you know what, we gonna do that. I'm like, but I gotta drop a little 14 on that too. He was like, all right,
okay.
yeah. So
also,
cool.
you rap too.
Yeah, I was trying to get into the industry, so I was just testing.
So y'all know y'all better tap in, and so she do all of it then. Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, but you know, I really feel like, you know, when I did that, it was off of me, not labeling him off of what other people say or think, or because of what his
got that vibe for yourself.
Yeah, it was just because of how he came at me.
Right.
And I did get a lot of backlash about me being in a video with him.
Wow.
And actually doing a song with him.
What was the backlash? Like, was it was like super negative?
We had Hennessy.
We had Henny.
And he had Hennessy, and because we was drinking, and because of his it wasn't a good look on me.
Wow. Okay.
And I can understand that, you know.
I get it. I mean, you know, you got negative publicity, good publicity, but you know, it's publicity. Yeah, you know, at its finest.
I was. It was. You gotta look at the video, but
right. So let me ask you this: what's something important that you want to get off your chest specifically? Why you here? Why I got you on the show right now? Is there anything you want to say?
I really feel like everything that you're saying right now is really pushing it. I don't feel like I'm really able to be myself. So I feel like me coming here today, it really did take me a lot. But I've been looking into you and everything that you've been doing. I want to say first, I truly appreciate you.
Appreciate it. I thank you.
For everything that you do for the city. You know, I'm very picky with who I work with, but also now I am. Then, you know, it was more of a, you know, a given, because I felt like at a place you got to work more to get to where you need to be. So, but now it's like, well, what I got to make sure the right person's pushing it. But me seeing you come out and doing what you're doing, I see how you on both sides of the fence.
Oh, I fuck with that, man. Y'all know what's going on. Dirty and clean money, man. That's how we getting it, man. Yeah, but let's tap back into the scene, right? So, is there any artists that you want to work with in the city, or that you haven't worked with yet?
Oh, so now I'm gonna say this. It was artists that I did want to work with in the city. No, right now the answer is pretty much maybe, but no. Honestly, I feel like I'll rather just kind of stick to what I'm doing. My tight circle right now is kind of what I need. You know, want to work with a lot of people. It's not too many people that I feel like that I haven't worked with yet.
Right.
And I've worked with them already. Right now, I'm doing a podcast with you. I've been wanting to work with you. I'm doing that right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that I want to do. I'm doing that now. So, hey.
Okay. That's stepping stone, man.
You feel
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I do.
So let me ask you this. Where do you think the city is headed right now? Like, as of right now, as a whole, with the music, models, and everything that got going on, where do you think Minnesota is headed? Do you think it's going in a right direction, or we still need some work to do? Right now,
we picking it back up. Right now, I think we getting back focused. We getting back out there. But for COVID, you know, it was a run. Yeah. That's when I took off with my reality TV show. But, you know what I'm saying, it was a run. But then after that, we hit that drought, you know, and it came to where, you know, money, I feel like it was money shortages, and, you know, people wasn't spending their money right. I was one of them. But I wasn't like that, though, you know. But it was things that came into the way that we didn't know how to handle. Right. And it took us as a city, as you can see now, for us to push and keep going. But it's a time and a place to where you got to just be able to sit down and regroup and get your shit together, rebrand, really think about what you're doing. You know, you don't got to be at every bar, on every shoot, you know, on every podcast, on every TV show, you know, at every venue, Friday nights, at it. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to be doing all that. It's okay to sit down and get your shit together. When you pop out, you want to be able to pop out and show motherfuckers, right? Big facts. They see you every weekend. There's nothing really to show them. I mean, shit, everybody, you know, popping out and seeing you 24/7. They already know what's going on. It's nothing new. Yeah. So I think people we need to reserve ourselves more. Reserving ourselves more, because it's, you know. Well said. No, I respect that, bro. That's a fact. That if you hold out sometime, let them feel like, oh man, what the fuck you been? Yeah, they gonna miss you and respect it more. You know what I'm saying? When you do drive, you know, and that's real shit though. Even the venues, like, you know, it's back-to-back venues, and I'm not saying stop, but what I'm saying is, if you see it's a hole and there's something going on, stop and do some research. Yeah, because you gonna keep going. You might keep running into problems, but you want to stop and study and feel and really like look to see what's the best way.
You sound more like a
know,
businesswoman too. You do business like that? Like, do you help promoters?
I'm trying to help my team right now, and I'm trying to help other people, but it hurt me trying to reach out and help everybody. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm trying to stay reserved and actually get out to the people that really need it and want it.
Facts.
You know, if you want that, you know what I'm saying, you can get that.
Hey, she talking that shit. So, you hear me? That real shit. So look, let's dive into what you were talking about earlier with your reality series. Where did that come up and how did that get started? You know what I mean? Like, can you talk about that?
Yeah. So back in COVID, I just decided to come back with my with my TV show. Before that, I used to fuck with the Bad Girls Club. Before it was Baddies. You know, I respect the whole network. I respect Oxygen. You know, I had a relationship with Bum and Murphy. She was the producer of Oxygen, Bad Girls Club. I did go out there and do auditions in Chicago with my ex-best friend. And I made it to the next round.
Oh, really?
I popped my shit, yeah. But that's when I was just getting into the industry. I was out here. I went to the BET Awards in California. So I was on a move. So I wasn't specifically just focused on the show. I was focused on the entertainment industry. So I wasn't like, okay, I want to get on this TV show. I was really just focused on what was going to build me. And so throughout that time, I'm still, you know, doing my own shit. And I ended up getting pregnant.
Oh, wow. Congratulations, though.
Yeah, so it was, you know, so I had to take a break. You know, I was moving a lot. I was doing a lot of shit, but a lot of shit come with that. And I had to make a decision, you know, did I want to be an entertainer or did I want to stop and be a mom? And, you know, I made that best decision to stop, you know, and be a mom and put everything on pause. And it was okay because at that time I realized it's just like sometimes you got to pull out and you don't know why you pulling out, but it's a reason for everything. And a lot of shit happened during the industry within them 2-3 years, but I was out. So, you know, I didn't go through a lot of the shit that I would have went through, but I was able to sit back and watch it.
So how do you, let me ask you something. So you sound like a super strong, independent woman, right? So let me ask, how does that help your relationship life? You being so active, you being so, you know, into your business and stuff like that. How does that help your relationship? Are you able to have a relationship in between that?
Now it's cool, but at first I feel like it hurt it. But it hurt it for the best. You know, it made things right. Sometimes you don't know why things is happening, but if I would have been like, fuck it, you know, I'm just gonna be a housewife. Or I'm just gonna be a mom, you know, or I'm just gonna be a best friend and you know, or you feel like
your life would be just basic if you was just like a housewife or something like that. You feel like you'd just be you know, not doing anything.
I feel like I would be on this earth and not doing what I'm here for.
So let me ask you this, right? So if you was in a relationship that was like seriously taken, you know what I mean? You and him both seriously involved.
Yes.
And he's like, I don't want you to work, but you still want to work. Would you still do it?
That's happened, and yes, I still work.
You still work, okay.
I still work.
Is there anything wrong with doing that?
No.
So let's talk about why there's not a problem with it, because a lot of times these days women want to say they shouldn't have to work, the man should spend all the money, the man money is their money, and blah blah blah. You know, how do you break that down in a relationship to keep it? You know what I mean? So it's still thriving.
Well, staying focused and just, I guess, understanding their side, your partner's side, on where they're coming from, and so it's not that I'm compromising to where I'm letting what I believe in down, but so I'm trying to get them to understand that if I care about them enough, I'm going to want to work it out with them. But I also care about myself too, so I'm also going to be stern on where I stand at. And then if it comes down to it, it's a either or it's a or. And then they have that their chance to where if you're going to fuck with me, you're going to work with me through this, or you're going to call it a quits. And if they fuck with you like that, they're going to still be here rocking it with you. If not, they're going to be about their way, and that should be a sign for you, you know what I'm saying, to continue to do what you do, because why? You know what I'm saying? Why do something that you know you're not destined to do? Right.
Do you feel like people just on both genders, not one specific, they be oblivious to those red signs, you know, the red flags, you know what I mean? Like they'll see it and still be like, oh, there's room to grow, knowing that it's probably not. You know what I mean?
They get comfortable, or they just live into that. Like I heard it where people will say like, well, you got to go through shit to be in a relationship. Or like when I was growing up, I hear people that was older than me be like, I've been in with my dude for like 10 years, and he done went to jail. I done got busted aside my head. You know what I'm saying? We done did all this shit. And I'm like, y'all still together. You know, but it's not even about is y'all still together. But it's just like, you know, if that's what they choose to do, that's what they choose to do.
Right.
And you just know, like, I just know that that's not somebody that I want to connect with. So then I know if your mind is like that, you're somebody I'm going to feed from a long-handled spoon. I can't have you next to me because of the way your mind.
So let me ask you this then. Say for instance, you the one making all the money. Would you date a guy who trying to fix himself, or do you want a guy already established?
No, I'll date a guy that's trying to fix himself.
So he broke, but he trying to work. You know what I'm saying? Like type shit.
He's
you know
not established. Yeah, I'll still fuck with him if
that's
he's
one
not
of a million right there, y'all.
Yeah, because
a lot of people ain't gonna say that.
Yeah, because he can get established. You know, especially if I feel like I know the way, and if you're are you a good listener? Can you learn? You know, because I can learn from you too. You might be able to teach me something I don't know. You might have been through something that I ain't been through that you could put me up on game with. Right. You know, so teach us on.
So it ain't. So for you, it's not about the money aspect.
No, it's not.
What is it? What would a relationship be based about or based upon with you in a relationship?
First is respect, trust. Because with respect, I need you to respect me and everything that come with me, and trust that I'm gonna do the best thing for us, for me and you. Yeah. And then, trust comes with believing, and all that stuff. So I feel like everything else should come behind that. Loyalty, if I trust you, I should trust that you're loyal to me. I mean, some things should come with certain things. Right. So if I trust you, I should trust that you're not going to do this without you knowing that this is going to be disrespectful to me. So you should be able to give me that loyalty that I need. Right, especially when everybody say they've been through shit. You should know. You've been through enough relationships to know. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I could be loyal to you, but I might not trust you. Facts. But yeah, then it's kind of, cliche. Yeah, so. Because then, how does that work, though? If I'm loyal to you, but because it's relationships like that. Because, you could build a bond like that, but then it still breaks up the... Because at this point, if I can't trust you, there's nothing I can do with you. You know what I mean? But I could be loyal to you because you could be somebody that's in control of me, and I have to be loyal to you. But from a distance, though. You know what I'm saying? I could be loyal to you from a distance. I ain't got to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking about, if you put yourself through that shit, you're going to have to find a way to get it out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking about, as a relationship, though. It's on the men's side and the woman's side. It's a woman can be, vindictive, and men can be vindictive. Yeah. But I'm just saying, I feel like in certain things... just like how the world is going right now, Right. It's a lot. It's a lot. No, real shit. It is deep. It's a deep story. Hey, has anybody ever told you look like old girl off of the scary movie? What is her name? She was she was the one who was in the movie theater talking all loud and shit like that. Like, with the popcorn? Yeah, with the popcorn. Oh my God, that's one of my favorite actors. Man, they never say you look like her? Like, no, but that's one of my idols, and I don't even know her name, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah. She was in a lot of movies. Yeah, that shit. That's crazy. Like, she reminds me of Lil' Kim too. Right, like now I'm looking at you, I'm like, yeah, damn, that's who you favor. That's crazy. She a beautiful woman, so that's why I was like, damn, that's crazy. I really try to push I'm trying to push the natural phase, Facts. I don't rock a lot of lashes. If I show you my nails right now, you'd be like, damn. But I do a lot, But I think it's certain things that you can do, and still keep yourself up. But I think some things are just too much. You think you would have popped up over here with no extensions? Who? Today you would have popped up. Oh shit! I done pulled my wig off on national television. Really? It's nothing. I'm comfortable with my body. Divorce Court. I done hit over 1 million views on Divorce Court. Oh really? You was on Divorce Court? Yeah. That's crazy, yo. That's what's up. Yeah, then I just did a video shoot with Chosen just shout 2 weeks ago, and he got me in his football scene. The wig done came off again, so y'all gonna see that again. I think I'm starting to get famous for that. But no, if I fuck with you and you put something together, I got you. Yeah, bring the natural back, man. Yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of too, we making a movie and everything like that, man. I got you featured in the movie coming up, so y'all stay tuned for that, man. We got a lot of good stuff coming up for the city. I've been trying to tap in with everybody in the city doing various things. But yeah, let's bounce back into you as a person. What's something that you could tell us what's something that you know about your old self that you know about yourself now that you wish you could have changed? Oh, damn. Something. I know that's a deep one right there. Yeah, something I wanted to change. Knowing what you know now. Yeah. You know what I mean? I guess just I wish I would have been more reserved back then. I wish I wouldn't have been so ready to just be here and there and there and here without really knowing like if these people are gonna be ready when I'm ready.
Right.
To be here, there, and here. And speaking on that, what I mean about that is that back in the day, even like still, I do a lot of shit for motherfuckers.
Right.
I'm not gonna say no names, but if I did you a favor, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case is, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, we're in business now, you know? We should be able to fuck with each other to a certain extent. So if I'm rocking with you back then and now you rocking and I'm trying to come fuck with you and you acting like, you know, like, I don't know. I don't want to be biased.
Right.
But
no.
should I just speak up on it? Like, should I just
speak on how you feel?
Okay, so I'm gonna speak on it real quick. So boom, I did, you know, a lot of business with Lil Chief on the track, Bernard, Mac. That's the name you want to go by. You know, coming up in the industry, and during my Angel Baby ENT days. So whether it's videos, whether it's hitting the road, you know, going to different shows, you know, I was there, you know, to make sure that they had what they needed. You know, I was a nice ass entertainer. So, you know, video shoots with Chief, you know, and I feel like now that people are kind of like I'm popping my shit right now too, right?
Right.
So we all popping our shit right now. But I feel like now when I'm reaching out, you know, I'm like, all right, you know, I see you over here doing this. What's up? You know, and they come at me with a question. Hold up. You know, so that's what I mean about being more reserved, because I wouldn't have been so quick to do shit for you back then if you're not gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Do shit with me, you know what I'm saying? Like now, like I don't feel like it's like a must, but I just feel like in this industry, it's important for me and my team, my reality TV show to be out here. So if you guys have platforms and different things like that, you know, I'm here. You know, push me and I'm gonna push y'all. You know,
Facts.
but don't come at me when you need me. You know what I'm saying? Come at me because you know that you fuck with me. So if I'm like, hey, you over here, let me come over here. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I gotta stay, but I'm saying let me come over here and pop my shit real quick. I did live on Lake Street with Chief. That's cool. But it's past that. That was years ago. You know, it's been a lot of shit that he been doing. Like, he did a reality TV show. And when I was doing my reality TV show, I didn't know nothing about his reality TV show.
Right.
And so now that I going further into my TV show, I'm doing research because I'm like, damn, you know, I feel like I was the only person down here that had I felt like I was the only person who had a reality TV show. So when I did my research, I'm like, shit, I guess motherfuckers was popping their shit a little bit down here. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, cool. Nothing wrong with it. And I don't like to speak on shit that's not facts. So, you know, if I'm like, shit, I'm the first reality TV show out here, and then I look and I see some other out here, I'm like, okay, you know, I want to fix what I'm saying. I don't want to be saying shit that's not true. So now I'm going to go do my research. You know, so I'm researching like, okay, well, they did start something, but it never made it through a full season. It was like a couple episodes.
Right.
So I'm like, you know, I'm going to fix my words. I'm the first reality TV show to complete a whole season, you know, or so I guess I got to elaborate it on more, you know, like,
Right.
okay, boom, you know what I'm saying? I did it. You know, I done did the reunion, you know what I'm saying? I done did everything. So, I don't know. It's just...
No, I get it. You know, like you said, be more reserved for yourself and just take your time with it. You know what I mean? Just start knowing people before you just jump to do stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I get that. You know what I mean? Sometimes it'll be like that. You know, you might just feel a vibe one day and be like, man, this seems like this may go right. But that's why you might have to go through that process to now know.
And I don't want to feel like I'm in competition with nobody. So if I would have knew that he had already did something, I would have hollered at, hey, what's up? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because that's just what I would have did.
Right.
Now that I know, you know, I'm reaching out, hey, you know what I'm saying? You had this shit busting. All right, well, you know what I'm saying? What's up?
Right.
But it's like everything that he was doing going forward after I started pushing my show out, he started pushing shit out. So now I'm looking over here like, well, shit, what we doing? You know what I'm saying? Because now I'm like, shit, what is it? Because is you fucking with me or is you not? Because you making me feel like you being in competition with me because I done reached out to you a couple times about some business.
Right.
Then you come off, you pop your shit, I'm at the gold room with this. But you see, I'm over here with this. You see, I'm Clubhouses everywhere.
Right.
Now you over here with this, but you ain't reached out to me to be like, hey, B, you know what I'm saying? Because, hey, listen, I'm not trying to come over here but we can collab. There's nothing wrong with us
Have you reached out
coming
to him
together.
and
Yeah,
tried to
like
collab?
it's nothing wrong. Yeah, like there's nothing wrong with us coming together as business partners.
Right.
I'm not saying we gotta do business, but I can come support you.
Right.
I can come. You done have shit at the motherfucking go room to where he was, was reaching out to my right hand,
Right.
my best friend, my business partner that's on my TV show. Okay.
Either
no,
way,
but this is
but
this is the thing though. He was reaching out to her though, asking her to come be a part of his TV show. I feel like that was disrespectful because we're in business together. So how you gonna come ask her some shit?
Right.
Like I feel like that was a dig.
Right.
That was a dig to me. That was like, all right, it is what it is.
Right.
So no, we're not on bad terms. It's no beef, but it's just I just know what it is. So
Right.
yeah.
But now, like you say, just keep yourself more reserved now. Now you understand, certain parts of the industry where it just may not be for everybody's favorite. You know what I mean? So that's the thing we're trying to break is the bad business being done around. You know what I mean? I want to be able to provide good quality information. I want to be able to network with people who want to network and actually network back. You know what I mean? So if y'all looking to build, that's why we built this type of platform. But let me ask you a couple more questions, and then we can wrap this up. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? You as a whole with your brand and your reality show and everything. Where do you see that thriving in the next 5 years?
So in the next 5 years, I see myself in and out of town. I want to branch off. I feel like the Twin Cities is dope. But I feel like, what I need for my TV show, I got to search further, So I would like to like with my TV show, each season I bring a couple people on to another season.
Okay.
So I'm still keeping the people that I feel like is either ready or could be, next to ready to being TV ready. So eventually we're going to branch off. We're going to go out of town. We're going to go, build our foundation, but we're always going to be home.
Right.
I'm never, ever going to forget about home. This is where I started at the Twin Cities. That's why it's called Twin Cities Reality TV Show.
Facts.
I'm never going to forget about home, but I am going to expand my business and franchise my ladies club out to people that's out of state that can hold the business down. I want to fly out and pull up, at the reunion or pull up if it's some extra shit. If the pink producer pull up, it's problems. So,
right.
But I want to find people that can actually push that and actually expand the business because I want it to be a worldwide thing.
Right.
I see myself living on the beach, I'm getting me a house on the beach. I said that.
Right.
But I'm still going to be home too.
Facts.
So, it's a lot coming for me. I got Twin Cities artist development coming in, which is going to be in replace of Twin Cities reality TV show because I want to actually work more with artists on their development.
Definitely.
So with the reality TV show and with the artists, I always had a conflict with them being able to be in front of the TV, the camera, and being able to be themselves. So I feel like if I work with them with their development.
Artist development,
If I work with them with their motherfucking development,
I
feel like, you feel me? So you guys have to
Yeah.
develop that right back. I feel like it'll be more to it. And listen, I got to work on my shit too. You know what I'm saying? So listen, it is what it is. But at the end of the day,
we all here to be able to
we're
work
gonna
with
be
each other
better
and build.
people.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And so if we got to sit back and we got to develop some shit, work some shit out, then bring you to the cameras. So then now you can put yourself in front of the camera and be comfortable with yourself. And being able to tell your story the right way. I'm good with that. So Twin Cities Arts Development, I am looking for managers, producers. I need counselors.
Y'all
I
hear
need
that? Tap in.
I need a lot of people that's willing to put into this this thing. I'm hoping that I can help change the city.
She got a big business coming, man. She got lots of words and just lots of ways to put it out. You already know. Hey, so you want to let them know where they can find you and stuff like that?
All platforms, Twin Cities Reality TV Show, Angel Patterson on Facebook. And check it out real quick. I got my app dropping, my website dropping. It's going to be called Twin Cities Reality TV Show. That's going to be my umbrella over all the rest of my TV shows.
Facts.
Clubhouse, Ladies Clubhouse, all that. Twin Cities Arts Development. That's gonna be my umbrella. So look out for my app. I just feel like I'm done messing with the middleman.
Right.
YouTube, y'all cool. Facebook, y'all great. But I need to be more independent, and I want the people that's rocking with me to be able to get everything that they deserve. You know.
Right.
So pretty much you already know what it is. Tap in, follow me, and make sure y'all follow Nightfall.
You already know
Keep
what it
popping
is.
his shit.
You wanna give out any shout outs to everybody?
Man, shout out to the whole Twin Cities. I'm fucking with y'all. Fuck that. Shout out to the whole world. Fuck with us.
Facts.
We worldwide in this bitch.
Facts. Man, definitely gonna be global.
Yes. Big shout out to the beautiful Red, though. You know, that's
You
my
know what's
best
going
friend.
on,
Shout out to Clubhouse. Shout out to all my cast members. Shout out to anybody that's fucking with me. I'm fucking with you.
Facts.
Shout out to Creed. Yo, I can go on and on.
Hey,
Shout out to JoJo. Shout out to Chosen. Shout out to... Man, listen.
Facts. Man, y'all, like I said, y'all know what the fuck going on, man. Like I said, my name Nightfall, man. All the links will be in the motherfucking description, man. And until next time, man, y'all know what it is, man. Step up to the motherfucking mic, man. We out.